Happy April Fool's Day. This is when this was made. April 1st, 2014. Well, in the great film Michael Mann directed, Thief, James Caan, the leading male in the film, was talking to the leading lady, Tuesday Weld, beautiful blonde lady. And he goes, she was talking, going on and on about her life, and he says, you're backing off is what you are. You're marking time. You're waiting for a bus that you hope never comes because you wouldn't get on it anyway because you don't want to go anywhere, all right? Now, that wasn't an exact quote, but what the fellow was talking about was he was saying that the lady was living in the empire of illusion in her mind. Now, the problem with that analysis by the character is he was in the same situation. He had some cutout characterization of this map of what his life and what he wanted, and she was a part of the picture. And by the end of the film, it's over. He's disillusioned. He's done. And as Mr. Caan said in an interview many years later, he said, well, it was an A-B movie. They moved from A to B, and there wasn't any C, and there was no fixing him. That was the conclusion, which I don't agree with the conclusion of the film. I don't agree. I don't think the film was over. I don't agree with it. I don't agree even with Mr. Mann, the man who made the film, what he said about it. But that's not what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people out there who are lost. They're lost. That's what he was saying. She was lost. We used to call it in my tradition in my Southern Baptist tradition, lost meant they were lost without Jesus. They had no idea who they were. They were going through life. No meaning, no purpose. And supposedly you believe this dogma, this unbelievable story, and you're fixed. The problem with that is it didn't fix you. It didn't fix you, and it's not a fix. Now, I have a friend that I want to talk about. He's very close to me. He likes me. He contacts me when I don't contact him. He's a nice person. He's going to college now. He had a very good situation going on. He had a girl, and he had a beautiful child, and they were doing great. And one day he just pisses it all away and goes back to school to study communication. And he talks to me and he says he's working. Well, to me, if I went out to this field over here, I don't know if you see that. If I went over to this field over there and took a shovel and started digging and shoveled everything out and shoveled all day for 8 hours straight, and then the next day I got back and shoveled it back, I'd be working. Now, in the first place, probably somebody would show up and I'd be arrested. That probably wouldn't work, but if I did it in my own backyard, I could do it. But the point being is that would be exactly what he's accomplishing. He's accomplishing nothing. He's going nowhere. He's studying something. You're not going to get a career in television. You're not going to get anything. Now, later on, you may figure that out and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying it's bad, everything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he's living in an empire of illusion. He's living in a delusional situation, as we all do. We'll go in and we'll be in a marriage and be married for 15 years, and all of a sudden you'll say, well, it was nothing like I wanted it to be, and you suddenly see it all, and you feel like Mickey Rourke at the end of Angel Face or Angel Eyes. You know, the movie where Robert De Niro played the devil. Anyway, you'll feel like that. You'll feel like you just learned a whole bunch of stuff that you didn't want to know. Then it happens to all of us. So I guess what I want to say is look out for that and try to see that. Because it can happen to you. Don't feel bad when this happens to you because it's a part of life. You're in a situation. Our lives now are unnatural. We have jobs that were not natural for us. We live in an environment that is not natural. Everything that we live in is not natural. So we can't expect ourselves to be perfectly adapted to it. So just take care of yourself. Be aware of these things and try to work with them. Get help. Don't be afraid of help. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid of things. Don't be afraid to go to a psychiatrist and take pills. And don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Don't be afraid to do things that'll help yourself. Take care of yourselves. Bye.